this album was part of my workout package in there, you know, when it was time to get money. You know?
I know y'all was getting money to What Up Gangsta.
Yeah.
I know niggas was in there like, movie scene.
What up, cuz? What up, blood?
What up, cuz?
Well, he came
What
in
up,
on
gangsta?
He just came in knowing the assignment. To me, it was like, you know, he signed to Eminem, one of the biggest, you know, selling artists at the time of all time, really. But at the time, you know what I mean? And Dr. Dre is the sound, one of the biggest producers, not the biggest producer of all time.
True.
And, you know, Dr. Dre's sound was gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they sat down and had dinner after they signed him and said, yo, listen, what we doing? Well, we finna make one of the greatest gangster rap albums of all time. And yes, Southside Jamaica Queen gangster rap.
Die Tryin Crooked in the building.
Let's get it.
You already know what it is.
Well, we gonna dig in the. We gonna you know, dig into this Get Rich or Die Tryin. 50 Cent. You know what I mean?
50.
Now, this album came out in 2003, and it had a pretty big impact because it was just a lot going on when he, you know. Now, if y'all haven't heard How to Rob a Rapper, is that what it was? How to Rob?
That was his first big joint, I think,
now,
that got recognized.
Let me tell you, I ain't gonna lie, I listened to that and I listened to it over and over and over, and I was like, he is like the New York Eminem. With this one
on the shocking level,
just on the shocking level. Like, dang, you ain't got no beef with none of these people. He didn't have no beef with nobody.
But fuck him.
He was just talking about how he was going. And I mean, it was clever. It wasn't like it was serious. You know what I'm saying? That's when Jay-Z came with, "I'm about $1. Who the fuck is 50 Cent?" Got it. Remember?
Right. The reply line.
Yeah, the reply. Because he didn't have to, but he did because
when
that
say
shit.
My name, I'm replying.
But wait a minute.
Off top.
Wait a minute. All right. How many Jay-Z how many times Jay-Z replied to anybody?
Well, it was big enough to warrant a response.
But it was a mixtape song. He felt like that. It hit a nerve.
Some mixtapes, especially in the East, some mixtapes
50 hit that.
Go bigger than the main joints.
Bigger than their main joints.
Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. Beamer.
You better believe it.
Yeah, nah, that ass.
I forgot it was somebody who said Jay-Z remarked on something they said when he was talking about it wasn't what the fuck you done to that? Them ain't Rolly Diamonds or something. What the fuck you done to that? So he just shot back at a couple of people. You know what I mean? Or took jabs. So, you know.
But that was like to me, I looked at that song as a marketing campaign.
It was a great marketing tool.
It was dope.
Because, I mean, to this day, man, when you name drop people who are and put yourself in the conversation with celebrities, you get attention.
You do.
You know what I'm saying?
You do.
A lot of these podcasts is how to rob. If you think about it, they just name drop. It's all a marketing. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah,
that is true.
It's a lot of, you know, name dropping brings attention. So that was a smart move.
It was. Because it got the attention of M.
Yeah. I mean.
You know, like, hey.
Smart and bold.
50 Cent dude is dope and bold.
Yeah, it was smart and bold.
But I mean, I didn't take it serious. I'm like, you didn't rob these people. It never hit the news, so I didn't take it serious. I'd have thought that he was real dope just the way he lyrically put it all together. I think that was more so what he wanted you to really pay attention to, as opposed to I don't fuck with
exactly.
People. You know, I don't think that was.
And I think that's how it was received. I think that's how it was received.
Probably from some people they got in their feelings because he went there. Like, it was dope. Like,
and when he followed up and he dropped this album right here, Get Rich or Die Tryin, it was the thing being talked about right then. I know I just caught my bid right then. So,
in 03?
Yeah, 03. I got snatched up November 03. Touchdown April 2014. So, you know.
03.
November. Yeah. November. So yeah, I didn't really catch the backdraft from such, you know, an epic album, but I know this album was part of my workout package in there, you know, when it was time to get money. You know?
I know y'all was getting money to What Up Gangsta.
Yeah.
I know niggas was in there like, movie scene.
What up, cuz? What up, blood?
What up, cuz?
Well, he came
What
in
up,
on
gangsta?
He just came in knowing the assignment. To me, it was like, you know, he signed to Eminem, one of the biggest, you know, selling artists at the time of all time, really. But at the time, you know what I mean? And Dr. Dre is the sound, one of the biggest producers, not the biggest producer of all time.
True.
And, you know, Dr. Dre's sound was gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they sat down and had dinner after they signed him and said, yo, listen, what we doing? Well, we finna make one of the greatest gangster rap albums of all time. And yes, Southside Jamaica Queen gangster rap.
Man,
you know
I'd love to been a fly on that wall.
You feel me? Because it's like, that was gangster rap.
It was.
And it's like, he came straight at him, you know, with, like you say, he knew the assignment. Boom. You know, what up, gangster? Like,
man,
we on. This the first joint you hearing.
Yeah.
You gonna hear these 2 quarters drop on the table, and then you gonna hear what up, gangster.
Yeah.
Man.
That's how I'm coming at you in the first round.
Major.
Don't play that.
You feel me?
Yeah,
major. And we received it.
Yeah,
And it was
we did because you got to understand, like that was like the incline. Like, you know, we had just had the East Siders. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, this is the pattern. We just had the East, so it was gangster shit going on.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So we like give it to us from a South Side perspective. That's dope. I want to know how they do it in Jamaica, Queens. I'm pretty sure, you know, I wasn't the only one.
Nah.
Down into the. You know, we heard how they do it in Marcy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he
you know,
illustrated it. He illustrated it. You know, and I think it was his, like that shock and awe appearance of not only what he was saying, but being backed by 2 people as major as you just spoke on, M and Dre, and it was like he had an instant audience.
Yeah, instant.
And it was like, what you got to say?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
we all ears.
Yeah.
Because we got the best tools, the best ingredients, like Trey, M.
And he's a great songwriter. I mean, like on Patiently Waiting. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know, you from the hook, you know, how I keep you riding through it to how he outlined his get down. He's exceptional when it come to riding the beat as well.
Facts.
He's a great
Eminem produced
beat
that beat too.
Yeah.
See, the things that you learn. Hey, you know what? We do these producers versus. I would love to hear all the classics Eminem had his hands on as a producer, because I didn't even know he worked on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just now learning some of this, so this is dope.
Yeah.
I didn't know Eminem did that beat.
Yeah, he's one of the most underrated rappers/producers in hip hop history.
Because you don't know that side of him, really.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Unless you delve.
Yeah,
Not to be cutting y'all off, though, but
And he was featured on the joint.
he was.
Yes.
But
You
one
know,
of my
give him his feature.
Renegade.
Yeah, give him his feature credit as well. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? The Renegade, now it all makes sense because he co-produced Many Men. Eminem. I didn't know that. Wow. Him and Digger.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, him and Digger. And that's one of my favorite songs off that album.
Yeah, he's definitely super. He's left out of that conversation.
He is.
Anytime we talk about
producers/rappers,
Eminem is left out. And I've already said this on
he
record. They know how I feel about it. He left out of that conversation completely. You know, I even talked to him about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, it's he don't go out there and really beat that drum. Like, yo, you know, I produce this, I produce that, I produce this. Y'all better start giving me my flowers, you know?
Right.
He not coming like that. He's just chilling.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yes, flowers come
Because
when
look,
his
his bank
ASCAP
account coming
holler
like
at
that.
him.
I
Yeah,
did
when
this, I did
ASCAP
that, I
holler at him. Yeah.
Yeah, his bank account coming at him. Yeah, that chilling. Yeah, so nah.
Yeah. I mean, and I like how he I like how M let 50 do all of him.
Yes.
And just stood behind him and like, I got you. Just call me, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you need my participation, whatever you need for, I got you. But do you. Bring 50 to life. You know what I mean?
Man.
And yeah, you can hear it. You know what I'm saying? On Many Men, that's
wish death upon me. Good by my side, I can't sleep. Come on, man.
And I'm gonna tell you the irony of this album too. It's like peace to the homie Ja Rule, but it's like he shut Ja Rule down and was clowning with the sing song he get down, and he come right back with it. He come right back
at you.
Right back at him. But this how I'ma do it. I mean, I was like, this guy here, man. He a handful, man.
Hey,
50 a whole handful.
Yo.
We gonna call it like we see it. That's what we gonna do.
I got it. I just
Hey, listen, this is what I wonder about it, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, like Many Men to me is probably, I don't want to put a number on it. I'm just gonna say, in my opinion, it's one of the greatest rap hooks in the history of hip hop.
Yeah,
It's one of them. You
One
know
of
what
them.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
What he was saying, how he was saying, the melody he was using, and knowing his story.
right.
Us knowing the story before we heard the song,
Yeah.
made a difference.
It did.
You know
It
what
made
I'm
a
saying?
huge
It
difference.
did.
And I just wonder, man, when it comes to 50, because all throughout this album, his melodics, his hook writing is phenomenal throughout the whole out, like
Start to finish.
Start to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His hook writing is phenomenal.
mastered
So
that,
I was
boy.
like wondering, like if he was here, this is the question I would ask him. I know that early on he did work with the track masters. And the track masters are really, they hit makers.
They are.
So I wonder, is that where he started his journey to mastering song structure and hook writing and things of that nature, just being around them early on and contributing and working with them early on, because they was straight up hit makers. And
Yeah.
when you hang around hit makers long enough,
You make hits.
I was about to say you kind of like answered your own question, Crook,
Yeah.
because look who we were around,
Right.
And in our beginning,
right.
and I'm sure a little bit of the best of everyone we were around rubbed off on us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because we were real rapt students,
Right.
or a PT. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Yeah, we hit every target we aiming at. Like
Yeah,
if we go in the studio,
Oh man.
we gonna hit every target we aiming at. And if you don't like this project that we put out, we put it out like that purposely. Like whatever we did on that album, we
meant
did
that.
Yeah.
We meant
to do
that.
that.
You
Yeah.
better
Now,
believe that shit.
if we wanted to go in and make a big project with a lot of horn sections and pianos and skits and a whole bunch of strings,
blaze?
and you know what I'm saying, we
Yeah.
can do that all
day.
day.
All
We
day.
know how to do that.
We know how.
That
Or
is
we can
true.
go simplistic and just
Simplistic.
have a 4-bar loop looping around and just rapping over that motherfucker
Facts.
and don't have no hook. on it.
Whatever
Yeah.
the job
We could
required.
go, we could go deeply poetic, however you want it. I love the
However do you
versatility.
want it.
Don't get enough
However do you
credentials,
need
son.
it.
Go.
We
go,
gonna give it
go.
to you. Yeah, not real. Oh man, in the club.
Go.
Catch me in the club. Catch me in the club.
Boy, that was the simplest
What? Pocket full of dubs. Yeah.
refrain, the whole,
Man.
but it was so infectious.
That's another thing. Like y'all was talking about earlier, not to cut you out. But
Go ahead,
the
man.
writing of the beat. He wrote that real simple, but it was the way he just swagged his ass all over that damn.
He did.
He just said, nigga.
Yeah, he did. Shouted out his
He did, like
his
these
crew,
niggas not
everything. You know what I mean? It was it was
He
wild.
was. He did that. Nah, the In the Club was one of those.
You know what? I feel like this nigga had the audacity. This nigga had the audacity to put Many Men, and then In the Club right next to each other.
Wow.
Do you know what kind of motherfucker you gotta be?
Yeah.
To give the world Many Men and have the audacity to put In the Club right after that?
Yeah. Nah, this shit was a
That's
movie.
a cold combo
You
right
killing
there.
and partying.
It was a movie, man.
But that two-piece right there.
It's a
It was.
two-piece. It's a
It was
That's
two-piece.
a good night.
It's a
That was a
two-piece.
good night.
That's like, nigga, you put two of the best songs right smack dab next to each other.
Yeah.
On the real.
That shit was crazy because I'm trying to process Many Men on the first listen like, God damn,
Right.
this shit crazy. Then all I hear is go. I'm like, what? This nigga gonna pick it back up?
Pick it right back up and swing it.
Oh yeah,
And swang it.
and
Yeah.
swang it.
Yeah.
Dang. So
I want them to love me like they love
The
pop.
pop.
Oh, you really talking?
whoa,
Killed it.
Oh,
what?
you talking too heavy?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, okay.
You talking too
what
heavy.
you gonna do for us to do that? Let me
Yeah.
see this. I'm watching this journey. This journey seems interesting. So yeah, now
They feeling my style. They feeling my flow.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
I see Exhibit in the cut, LV rolling. See, I see what.
All on point. That's why I say he shouted his crew out.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
I
Nah,
got
we
y'all.
rock
Don't
with
trip.
50.
I know, because I
We rock
know
with
y'all
50
gonna
on the
rock
drop.
it.
We
do.
rock with 50
We
on
do.
the drop.
We do.
No BS. He was hitting all the right levels.
Yeah, I heard he can walk through the Jordan Downs when he want to. You know what I mean? That's humongous.
That's a big
That
thing.
is a big
That's
thing.
humongous. Only certain of us can do that from out here.
You gotta know you gotta know people in Watts.
Yeah.
You don't just walk through Watts.
No.
All that don't know.
No parts.
All
The
that don't
Nickersons,
know.
Imperial. No, none of that.
Yeah.
None of
Not
that.
walking through
You
Watts.
ain't just walking through
None
Watts
of that.
unwelcome.
No.
Or don't know
Imperial
nobody.
course,
It's like,
none of that. You ain't doing none of that.
And you know what's so crazy? Because he said something to Exhibit. He said, roll them trees up, right? Roll the weed up.
Uh-huh.
Then Exhibit went on to become a weed mogul with his own brand of weed.
Congratulations on opening this new spot in Bel Air.
Bel Air.
Bel Air.
Bel Air.
New spot in Bel
Bro
Air.
doing big things. Shout out to the
Exhibit doing his, man
X-Man.
doing his thing.
Yeah.
And then the next song is High All the Time. It all makes
It all
sense.
makes
Prophetic.
It all makes sense.
Who
you know what I'm saying?
sequenced this thing? That's who I want to talk to.
You know
The
Drake
person-
did that.
Ah,
You know that had to be Drake.
Ray, you damn
I get high all the time. I get high all the time, and I'm on some bullshit.
Yeah, that's real.
Stay on that bullshit.
Yeah, Dre is a master. I know he sequenced this.
Yeah.
This is because you right. The segues is ridiculous.
I mean, it never went down, actually. Even when it got dark, it didn't go down.
Nah.
It just got real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
It trapped you in the moment. You
Yeah.
know, this was definitely a classic album. This is undeniably
And he had like
classic
20
album.
songs on this. So, you know,
whole dub up.
it's a whole lot of accolades you get, bruh. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. But I do want to jump into this one real quick. The PIMP joint.
Oh, yeah.
Produced by Denied.
I don't know what you heard
Another
about me.
underrated
That hook
producer.
was stupid too.
That hook
Yeah,
was
that PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me.
Yeah, this can't get a dollar out of me.
No
I
gotta
don't
like no bird you can't see.
And I'm a motherfucking PIMP.
I'm 50, but like I won't.
Dim,
I'm just
dim,
playing.
dim, dim,
Nah,
dim.
he was going in. I
That
love
nigga
that
with the
song.
Caribbean
He
feel.
did. He did. And he put the right dude on there too. He put Dog on there. You put the right mix on there. I'm thinking like, okay, the remix. That was the remix, right, with Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dog did get on the remix.
Yeah. That made all the
And
sense
he
in the
kept
world.
look, and when he came through the West on this album, he came through that motherfucker because he snatched the best hook maker of his time.
Yes.
Man, that 21 question, you know I was on that heavy.
Oh man.
Oh, I was on that
I know
heavy.
y'all
That's
was.
the block.
That was the vlog.
That's
I'm
the
surprised that ain't
vlog.
y'all intro.
We're gonna go
made me get a little bit smoother in my game.
That's right.
You know
That's right. No, that song was classic, and it was heartfelt. I felt that one.
Yeah,
you know, Nate don't
and
miss.
the shit he was asking, it was like it was all the shit that we could relate to. Those of us who have been behind the wall and shit. You know what I mean? Is you gonna stay down for me? Is you gonna carry everything I need you to carry to be everything for me, so I can give you everything that I'm supposed to give you? You know what
honestly,
I mean?
y'all, that is really how the story go. That's the conversation that is truly had under those circumstances.
You damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had that conversation.
Certainly did.
So I'm just saying, like, and I think too, I really felt this, like that song, just where it was coming from, the whole storyline. I'm like, because granted, it might have been like, okay, we just seen each other or whatever, like with them, with whatever his relationship was, and they probably were just seeing each other. But when you away from somebody, you probably like, dang, I kind of miss, this with that person, or this was, I like that about this person, and to give him time to think and stuff like that. So I thought it was kind of dope that he actually had that conversation, because usually that conversation is not had and it's just expected.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Would you love me in a Bentley?
It's expected, and that's not cool. It's almost like somebody, all of a sudden, you my man, and he never had that conversation with her, or vice versa. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that conversation needs to be had. It's like, so you can know your position and how far you willing to go with anything, even your emotions.
That's why I was saying that. Will you love me in the Bentley? Mm-hmm. Will you love me on the bus?
Mm-hmm. Boom.
The answer is no most of the time.
The parallel.
Well, see, that's because you don't love the person, bro. You don't love the person.
Right.
That's because you don't love the person.
Nah,
if you tell,
I'm just having fun.
You so stupid.
I definitely don't need the heat. You know what I'm saying?
Give him the heat, y'all. Give him the heat.
I get on Twitter, they like I'm a hater, you know?
Nah, you ain't that at all.
I'm just having
That's
fun.
what you ain't.
But that's a real question, because a lot of times, we need to ask ourselves that as men, because when you getting money, you don't know if it's you attracting the person or the money.
Right.
Indeed.
You got to find out. Sometimes you don't even, like when I was young, I went from having nothing to having something. Mm-hmm. And that fast transition, I had to catch up. My maturity levels had to catch up to how fast the transition was. Because I really thought it was me. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was the money, the Benzes, and the jewelry.
Yeah.
It took me a little second to figure out, oh, wait a minute.
That was the eye catcher. And then.
Yeah, because it was like, it wasn't like I had this big old problem getting women. So it wasn't like, I'm just getting more now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's like,
they're coming in plethorous.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you really got to find out, like, this is the materialism, that's attracting all these women. So maybe I need to ask them 21 questions, like,
Right. Motherfuckers was listening to that shit, writing the questions down. Oh, I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna answer this.
Real talk.
It was heavy. It was heavy. It was a well put together song.
It was. He been through some stuff.
And it resonates. And it resonates with people who really experience that lifestyle, where you really need to know how far somebody gonna go with you. This hour of KXNG and Crooked was brought to you by Lil Belize Restaurant at 217 East Nutwood Street in Inglewood, California. Make sure y'all check it out for the best eats in town.
For a taste of Caribbean cuisine, visit Little Belize Restaurant, located at 217 Nutwood Street in Inglewood, California. Enjoy appetizers, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Serve our delicious food at your next party or event. Our catering menu is perfect for weddings, picnic, holiday parties, or company banquets. Give us a call at 310-674-0696.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. Loyalty, and 50 exhibits loyalty.
Right.
That's one thing. Like it's him and Dre. He there. Dre got his start. He was there. He's there. Mm-hmm. Like he don't. You know what I mean? He's never like. He always support. You can't even say anything bad about them, because He's the I'll handle your lightweight. Like he got time. He gonna make time for it. I love it.
As he should.
I love it because his loyalty is
you
just
ride with them who ride with you.
But it's also an example of how that works. Look at him. Look what loyalty can do for you. Seriously, he said he's good.
Right.
He's straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He
was able to help other people that needed help when they got into a
good
bind.
portion of that came from his own application as well.
Of course.
But, it definitely helped to be put on by, someone's, a couple of people that's considered as two of the greats in hip-hop.
True.
Two of the greats in hip-hop. And it's almost like when 50 was coming out, we hadn't really seen anticipation like that since Snoop.
True.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Since
Yeah.
Snoop,
That is true.
Snoop, the anticipation around Snoop Dogg's solo album dropping his debut album was fanatical. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And 50, he had that kind of energy coming out. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of people. Y'all gotta understand, when 50 dropped, there's a lot of people out there in the field that was putting up numbers. You feel me?
Yeah, they was.
And they was putting up, and there was a lot of people.
Oh yeah, all three.
Quality music, putting up numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Big production, big rollouts,
big videos,
Hype Williams.
$1 million videos.
I was about to say that was the era of the $1 million videos, blowing up Bentleys and all that kind of shit.
So to come through that,
yachts and all this kind of shit,
and to stand out in that environment. And to kick
on
out,
some gangster
on
shit.
some gangster shit and kick the ass he kicked. Yeah, man.
It was the story behind
what,
it too.
Though?
It was his survival story as well.
But you know what, though?
I mean?
When you really think about it.
And he's very talented. The nigga can make songs.
He can. That hasn't been done out of the East Coast in that kind of way. Like,
that
for
diamond life.
Yeah, and we talking about gangster. Like, they was all like, the gangster thing, da-da-da-da. So to have that rollout as like a gangster from Jamaica, Queens with Dr. Dre production, like.
It was the perfect storm.
It was the perfect storm.
It was the perfect storm.
It was like, we not, yeah.
Way to call it.
It was. It was a good one. And let me see what. He got a lot on here,
too much heat on here.
Wankster, though.
Man, listen.
Yeah, that was that. And what's funny is that's not even when you do you think of that as a diss song when you hear it?
Yes.
That's the first thing you think of?
Yes, because that's what a wankster's a buster, ain't he?
But it's a bunch of wanksters. It ain't just one. It ain't just one wankster.
But was you saying like, do you think of it as a diss song?
Do you think of it as you think of like
artist?
No Vaseline or
no?
Exactly.
No, I don't look at wankster like a specific. It looked like a broad. Yeah, it does.
We don't fuck with you busters. Type
True.
Shit.
It does.
True.
Right,
True.
right.
But we know what's at the heart of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Us in hip hop and those who follow hip hop.
Right.
Yeah, so and that beat was it was different. It was different.
And I think it appeared on that 8 Mile soundtrack too. I'm not sure about that. You know what I'm saying? See, what y'all gotta understand too is that, I'm talking to the audience, is that a lot of times, even though, we hip hop fans and all that, a lot of times when these classic albums are dropping, we're busy in the studio cooking up our own shit.
True.
Often.
We were,
Often.
definitely.
So it's not like, you know what I mean? So, if I get a couple facts wrong here and there,
don't be mad.
My heart is in it. Don't be mad.
Hit the comments with the facts if you got it. It's all good.
Just
We love to hear it.
We don't mind being corrected.
It's all good.
You looking at 3 people who was in there, stirring their own pot of gumbo up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
True.
When these joints was dropping, and we was dropping joints too. So, but anyway, the Wankster, I think it was on the 8 Mile soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken, and I always thought that was a great way to break records and to break an artist was through soundtracks.
Right.
Right.
It just adds to the whole get down that you putting together.
Especially if the
artist.
movie is of any kind of note. If if it's
true,
if it's something that people watching or it's of interest to the culture in any way, it's a very great way to premiere.
I think Wankster is most known. You know what I'm saying? for old girl with them shorts on, but I'm gonna just leave it at that.
You are so stupid.
I think it was, damn, homie.
In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you?
Yeah, I fuck with that. That was the shit.
Boy, it's a whole lot of them out there.
Oh man, I messed with that. This album was and Wankster was one of my favorite songs.
Wankster went.
And then Life's on the Line.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that was my favorite.
Yeah,
I think that might have been my favorite.
That
joint
was
a joint. Yo, that's when people try to talk about 50s, like his lyrical prowess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you listen to that, you understand what he can do with his pen too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to Life's on the Line, he sounded so hungry on Life's on the Line too. Like
he did.
It was just nobody loves me. Turn, 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 turn. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit.
He had
oh my goodness, he had
joint.
adrenaline rush music. Let's go.
Yeah, the production on Get Rich or Die Tryin', like that shit was like the signature Aftermath sound, shady Aftermath sound. I gotta put the shady in there because as soon as you hear, you know what I'm saying.
It was.
The patiently waiting, you feel M's presence just on the beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Was.
When you hear them strings and you hear that bass line, you hear them little pauses in between the snare and the kick and all that, you listening to the Aftermath sound. You know what I mean? And that sound was flourishing at this time when that album dropped. So it's like, yo, he came in and every beat and song was a match made in heaven. His lyrics with the beats, everything was just like a match made in heaven because he was just on top. Like y'all said, his songwriting was superior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It sounded like he went in with Dre and M, and Dre probably pushed play on him. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, that one. Okay, that one. That one. You know, and he took his time. And he took his time, like when an artist has time to do it, he should. He isolated, it sounded like he isolated himself with each track and felt and decided what it made him feel was what he would make the people feel.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and yeah, that's how a great artist takes a track. You don't just because you have a song called Make Money, you know, it don't go with every track. You know what I'm saying? You can't produce Make Money with any beat that you might hear because it has to make you feel like getting money. Right. You know what I mean? To really make the marriage complete.
Yes.
So, that's what I think he did with this. He took his time and crafted to the vibe of each beat.
Man, it sounds crazy too.
Yeah.
And he was hitting many targets. Like he could get the casual fan with the hook. You know what I mean? He can get the fan that want to dance with the beat. He could say some slick street shit to get the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was playing it for what it was worth.
Oh yeah.
He played it all the way around for what it's worth.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that, if I can't.
Man.
If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done.
Yeah.
So I'ma let the champagne bottle pop. I'ma take it to the top. Show it how you make it hot, baby. You know what I mean? That's what you was talking about. You say, okay, I'm gonna fuck with the party people on this one.
Exactly.
I'm gonna leave the streets. I get back with y'all, but let me go fuck with these party people right now because I know they gonna be subbing my shit in these clubs.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And on these dance floors. So
his cadence. I really liked his cadence. 50 Cent's cadence was you know what I'm saying?
I like
the way he hit the pockets and
original.
Yeah.
When he hit them pockets like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's some people's flow.
Yeah.
Some people's flow is
exactly.
Some people is coming at you like that. Some people is like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was really he was floating.
He
was saying shit that was sticking to your ribs. Because that's part where he talking about shooting up the dude's mama house so the dude could come out to play. if you ever lived any type of hood in your life, you know that that's a classic move. That's a whole move. You know what I'm saying? And for him to bring that out and say that in that moment, you like, damn, this nigga really been around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right there, I shoot up your mama crib and make you come and look for me.
You feel me?
I ain't gotta look for you. I know how to get you to break. I know how to get you in this field. Yeah, he was hitting all the right notes. And damn, you know what? We got to go back to M on Don't Push Me with Lloyd Banks. I'm aiming straight for your head. Don't push me. Fill your ass up with lead, so don't push me. Got something for your ass. Keep thinking I'm pussy. Yeah. He was killing shit. He was killing shit, man.
I used to be. I would turn that 50 Cent on, man. Have my shit smoking. I'm like, Curtis. I'm like, this nigga.
Wasn't skipping nothing.
Nothing.
No,
I'm in South Central, feeling like I'm in New York, but still in South Central. He comes like. Oh, he had you really feeling grimy. I was on my grimy mode.
Gotta Make It to Heaven was a jam too.
Yeah. Nah, I
Gotta
was
make
on my
it to
grimy
heaven
mode.
without going through hell. Yeah, that's man. He was saying.
Speaking of that, bro, he really he talked about God a few times in this album. You know, and he
got close to him with them 9 shots.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, you know, when you know what I mean, escape a premature death, you feel me? It starts to feel like you here for a reason. You know what I mean?
He said so.
And a lot of different times, as gangster as this album is, and as many bullets that was flying and bulletproof vests that was getting rocked, it felt like a lot of times when I hear people talk about this album, they skip over that part. They skip over the part that he was actually saying, this is God's plan. This ain't me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Throughout the album.
Right.
So, you know, I think that was a dope color to put on the painting, you know, because you're going to throw this color up there, that color. I thought that was real dope. And just what you said, man, I was just thinking as soon as you said, like, yeah, you know, when you get off that bed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's different clarity.
Yeah, your acknowledgement is unashamed. You know what I mean?
Unashamed.
Yeah. And you don't really get that mixture a lot with gangster themed projects.
Right.
You know, the acknowledgement of Supreme Being.
Right.
You know, you might get a reference here, you know, maybe, but no, he stood on that. He, like you say, you know, this God plan, homie, it ain't mine. You know what I mean? Like, so try to stop it if you want to, but I'm in motion.
Big motion.
I could see that because I don't, you know, I know the film that he shot. It was somewhat based on a true story. I'm pretty sure, you know, certain things just weren't revealed. But there was a part in there where when he did get shot in his face, it was a scene where he felt like he wasn't sounding himself. So he was kind of like, nah, this ain't working. You know, I don't sound like I did before this. I'm not feeling it like to a degree. And then the mother of his kids, the girl he was with at the time, she was just like, no, you could do this. I hear the pain in your voice. You got this. I feel it.
Right.
And I was like, wow, that's kind of heavy. You know what I'm saying? And he looking at her, and he like, bitch, you know, he had like a bandage here. He like, I'm fucked up. I don't think that I'll be able to do this. Like, you know,
Kanye West through the wire.
Exactly.
That's exactly
it's
what I was
same.
thinking.
And so when you said it's God's plan thing, to me that scene kind of like was the God's plan to push him, because it seemed like he was on the verge of quitting because he felt like he couldn't deliver the way he's used to delivering it because he had the slur. He couldn't really pronunciate like he wanted to. But she was like, nah, you got this. I feel it. Like, I hear the pain you going through, and they gon' feel it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I don't know how true that was, but that scene, she was right because we felt it. I felt everything.
Bottom line.
Like, you know, when he see, I mean,
who was that? Who was she playing? You know, She like his baby mom.
I think it might have been his baby mother.
Shout out her. That's what she did. You know what I'm saying?
So,
because she helped us get Rich or Die Tryin', for real.
And everything
and I don't
else
think
that
he would have
followed
put
the
that in that
massacre.
story.
Yeah,
you know
everything.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he would have let that scene slide if it wasn't somewhat close to. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe
they embellish, embellish and sensationalize for the story.
But the story or whatever, it was.
That's a touching angle to present something. You know, if it wasn't true, you know, it was a great little touching.
Yeah, no, it was a moment. You know what I mean? I was like,
exactly.
don't quit,
That's what I was searching for at the moment.
Don't quit, bro. Don't do that. Like, you don't know who you the man.
Give us many men.
I hear the pain, baby.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
We get motherfucking selfish with our artists. You know
we
what I'm saying?
We do.
You can't even be down and out from being shot. Get your ass up and go make Rich or Die Tryin'.
That is so messed up. But
right now,
it's right. We be thinking they superheroes. They don't have no life, no stuff going on with them that don't have nothing to do with what we see, and that is not true.
Funny,
it be funny, but it be real though. We be like, nah, you know you can do it.
Yeah, niggas be breaking up with their wife. Nigga be like, ooh, this tape finna be fire. This nigga heart broke. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
You got to be going through something to really make it resonate.
Y'all ain't alone. Girls did that too. With you know, certain things with Mary J. You tell somebody said this. I ain't the comedian. I don't be joking about relationships because that ain't funny. Right. But so comedians say, you can tell Mary J. going through some stuff, boy, because she had you crying. First we not gonna cry, and then we going to I was just like, oh my gosh, but it's the emotion that goes into it because that's therapeutic.
Yeah.
Especially when you're going through stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't all go to therapists. It's just ain't enough.
Not many of us.
Yeah, we probably
do
should,
go to
but we really don't do the therapist thing. And maybe if we don't, that's a good way to do it. Whatever your hobbies that you like to get it out, music, production, you know, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. Shit, you can get angry with a beat. Just like you get angry with lyrics.
Yeah, you can get angry with it, but do you know the right angry shit to say? Instead of just ranting, do you know how to put it together cleverly to make people feel it with you?
Well, yeah, because if you're going through some stuff and it's a therapeutic situation for you, I mean...
Still have to be gifted to be able to put it
But you're talking about
a
you. Nobody could express what you're going through better than you.
No, but they can express it maybe more artistically than you probably could, you know, because you might not know that many words to describe the pain that you're going through.
I'm done. I know that.
Oh, this shit hurt. Oh, it's killing me. Oh, this bitch did me like this. Oh, it'll never be the same again. And you know.
I heard some of them amateur I'm in pain raps, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
But you know, luckily this new generation, you know, they go to therapy, you know, they got
a little more emo
you know,
than we were.
Look, they got online therapists, you know
lot
what I'm
more
saying?
Yeah,
emo
they
to
do.
be
I see that.
Better help, you know.
Yeah, they got online therapists. That's good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all might want to endorse this here situation because our audience needs that. But
true.
Yeah, I don't like when people rap whack. I don't care if you're hurting or not. You know what I'm saying? If you don't sound good,
shut your ass up and go deal with that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I don't either. I guess that's why some people...
Sometimes you can't feel it. It's like, damn, nigga, you went through all that, but you couldn't make me feel nothing for you in the song. So, and that's another skill set that we gonna talk about throughout this series, you know what I mean, is the ability to make the listener connect with you and feel your emotions, that energy exchange, because a lot of people don't have that, and the ones who do have it, they're not getting, you know, properly scored on a report card. They're like, oh, that person isn't lyrical. But if this person can transfer energy and make you feel what they feel, choose the right words, choose the right vocal tone, choose the right cadence and delivery for you to feel what they feel, that's artistry. An A+. That's a part of lyricism and artistry. That's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think we can never overlook that. But
not at all.
That's my little rant for the day, man. Get Rich or Die Tryin'. What up, gangster? Patiently waiting, many men in the club.
21 questions. I mean, I could go on. It's a 20 set track list. You gotta go get it. If you ain't even marinate on it, it's definitely one to marinate on for real.
Yeah.
It's a classic. And go watch the movie, because if you ain't watched the movie, like, I love y'all, but man, we can't even really talk too much. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, listen.
You love us, but we can't talk too much.
I'm just saying.
What's going on?
See. All right, now I ain't gonna even say. I ain't gonna even say it. We go just.
This us. This an inside thing.
Yeah, exactly.
This an inside thing. You know what I'm saying?
This is a Die Crooked inside thing.
Yeah,
but
man.
You know what I'm saying?
y'all leave whatever y'all feel like we might have left out in the comments.
They ain't gonna listen to us no more.
I'm over here quiet. I'm just like, okay. All right. They on some bullshit.
Hey, man.
Oh gosh. Oh,
Suffice it to say that all of us aren't real tight with Siskel and Ebert. Just put it. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
We good.
Yeah, man.
Die and Crooked, stay tuned.
Back Down, though. I can't believe we ain't talked that much about Back Down. That was my shit.
Back then, like, okay, back.
That hook was crazy. I mean, it's just so much. You could go over so much. It's a masterpiece.
And Soldier. And see, this is another thing that I do want to, because this was like
and Soldier?
the introduction to G Unit, right? Wasn't this how we were introduced to G Unit?
I don't know.
Because look, G Unit's on Soldier, then he put him on a PIMP remix.
Well, Soldier's not on
Was
here.
that a bonus track?
Yeah, Soldier's 21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a bonus track. Two bonus.
I'm a soldier. I done told you.
Yeah, two bonus tracks.
Don't make me fuck you up. Be your head bust. I'm a head buster. Boy, I don't give a fuck. I forgot about that. That shit was hard.
Yeah, and I think,
And we didn't talk about Bloodhound either.
Bloodhound.
Because Young Buck into the chat. I'm so happy that he, you know what I mean, signed Young Buck and they was working together, because that was so perfect for G Unit to have somebody from the South.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Buck
was
was
dope.
hard. He was one of my favorite G Unit members.
He was.
Yeah.
That album he did with that Cash
Welcome to Cashville.
Welcome to Cashville.
Straight out of Cashville.
Straight out of Cashville. Yeah, I
Straight
like
out
that
of
one.
Cashville.
I had that one too. Yeah, Buck was hard.
Yeah, it went.
Buck was
That shit
hard.
was hard.
Yeah, wasn't it the first single he dropped? It was Monica.
Ooh, I gotta go check.
I think it was her on a single.
I gotta go check.
You talking about C Murder Monica?
Yeah, they did a song together, I think, on the album.
I gotta check that out. Ooh, y'all see that little move? She hit that little move.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all gonna start messing with Mo. You know she gangster. I thought that was the first single. I think she might have been on the hook. I'm not sure. Maybe she was just a cameo on the video.
Oh, okay.
So it could have been that or whatever. But I do remember that Straight Outta Cashville. That album was dope.
We might have to.
We're gonna have to definitely break that down.
Break down one of them G Unit joints.
Yeah, we got to break down the G Unit joints, because this was the introduction to G Unit, and after that, it was like all going up from there.
All gas.
50 was all gas after that, because we was rocking with G Unit too.
This right here was the perfect launch off though, because it made everything that ensued certified. You know what I mean? It was like, no, we know who you are. We know how you get down. You gave us a stellar one. And, you know, a lot of people's sophomore projects don't necessarily come back as strongly as their debuts. And, like y'all just said, G Unit formed, and everything they dropped in succession, it was a banger.
Yeah.
It was a banger.
That intro was dope, because Lloyd Banks, and he only had Lloyd Banks and Young Buck at the time. And then I think Yayo, he's waiting for Yayo to get out.
Right.
And they were screaming Yayo, like Yayo called them every day. I'm like, who is this Yayo dude? Like, whoever he is, they really repping for him. And the world knew who Yayo was and couldn't put a face to the name.
Yeah, they had his face on the building. Didn't they?
They
Didn't they
put
do that?
His face on the building.
Yeah, remember when the project? Look, the project when he wasn't out. Remember they dropped the project when he wasn't out, and it was the three of them on the cover, and I think they had his profile in the back on the building.
So. Yeah, I thought that was dope. I thought that was one of the most.
New York didn't put the nigga face on the
campaigns
building.
I've ever seen one. That was dope.
I seen the free Yayo shirts though in the mall. I was like, damn, he got some free Yayo shirts in the mall. That shit was crazy.
That's crazy. And G-Unit had clothing, shoes, the whole shit.
And the whole shit. Now it's G-Unit Films. He's still
G-Unit Films.
Much love to 50.
Much love. No doubt.
Salute Soldier.
Got that. This album was brought to you by Mercedes of Long Beach, 2300 Spring Street in Signal Hill, California. Much love for the support. When you want to ride, fly, check out Mercedes-Benz of Long Beach.